This style of editing has become really popular recently thanks to the TV show Euphoria. And in today's video, we're going to see how we can make our own clips look just the same. So let's get started. I have 3 clips here. Each of them have that nostalgic setting that is also present inside the TV show. We have the first one of this person in a party. Second one, we have a warmer tone in the video, and that's perfect for the green color grading that Euphoria has. And the third one is of this clip, which we're going to make it look warm and dreamy. There's also 3 snapshots in your resource pack. Each of them have a different palette, as you can see. So let's make our composition and head over to the color panel. So let's go to Lumetric Color. And before that, I'm just going to place my image right next to my video. Select the clip. Go to Lumetric Color, Color Wheels and Match, Comparison View, then Apply Match. The result isn't that bad, but we need to tweak it a bit and make it look like this snapshot. The first thing that you can notice is the lack of contrast in our video. Whereas in Euphoria, there was a lot of contrast. You can see the darkness of the hair, but here it's kind of blown out. So we need to fix that ourselves. Select your clip, basic correction, increase the contrast, decrease the shadows, increase the highlights, turn the temperature towards the colder side, head down to Creative, Sharpness, decrease the vibrance by a touch, and then tint the shadow. As for highlights, we want to take it away from the pink and instead give it a bluish color. Make your S-curve. You kind of want to make the video flat, so bring the midtones down and keep those highlights bright. Now onto Color Wheels and Match. We already matched it, and Premiere Pro did give us some of these points. But as we said, it's not always accurate, so you can just pull these down into another direction if you feel like you're not getting the result that you want. I'm going to finish this off with a little bit of vignette, and now we're finished. This was before, this is after. So this was our first Euphoria look. Now let's take a look at the second example, which uses the green palette, and I'm going to put it on this video. New sequence, push this to the side, add in the green snapshot, select your video, have the playhead on that area, Lumetric Color, and just color match. I'm going to scale this up a bit. Feel like we didn't get a good result. Let's hit Apply Match one more time. And now this is more accurate. For the shadows, you can see that it didn't bring any green, even though we have a lot of green. So I just need to pull the shadows down towards the green side in order to get a similar look. Midtones, it's pretty warm, that's correct. Highlights need to be warm too. So pull these guys upwards towards the red side. Basic correction, decrease the contrast, increase the highlights, lift those shadows, lower the whites, and increase the blacks just by a touch. Make everything warmer, add a green tint, and we're getting close. In the creative section, we want to increase the vibrance and sharpen the video. Faded film. And now we have the suitable color grading for this example. But the only thing missing is the glow. that we know how to do. So let's just do that real quick. And then we're going to get the final result. Duplicate your clip. In the effects window, we're going to look for the Gaussian blur effect. Add that on, maybe 20 for blur, and change the blending mode under opacity to lighten. So now we get that glow on our subjects. The more you add, the more of a glow you will get. And we're finished with our second example. The third example is somewhat similar to this, but it does not include any green. So make a new sequence from the final video. Push this aside. Get the final snapshot, which as you can see, it's mostly orange and yellow. There are no greens. I'm going to scale this up. It's okay if it's pixelated. Go to the second video, select it, Lumetri color, apply match. So this just made it really red, and that's not what we're looking for. So just grab these guys towards the yellow side. Basic correction, we need to increase the exposure, lift the shadows, darken the highlights, reduce some of that contrast, and try to make it look like this video. Add some yellow, darken the blacks, increase the whites, faded fill, tint the shadows to a yellow color. If you want to cancel out the red, just gotta add some green, which is the opposite of red. And now we're not getting that intense red that we had before. Gonna do the same thing for the highlights. And then we can just balance the tints so we don't get an exactly green shadow. Curves, head down to RGB, make your S curve. Looking to make things look a little flat. Make a point in the dark section for the red channel. Go to the blue channel and decrease the blue so we can get some yellow. Once we're done, we want to just add an overall tint to the entire video. And to do that, you could use the sliders, but an easier method is to just make a color matte. In the project panel, new item, color matte, and get an orange color. Add this right above. Then just change the blending mode to hue. If you saw that it's too orange or if it's not the right color, just double click on this layer and maybe bring it towards a yellow side, experimenting with the different hues. You can also reduce the opacity of this layer to get a softer look. So now with this alone, you can see how we kind of tinted everything to orange. You can also try the other blending modes, but hue is the best one for this situation. I'm going to go back to my video and reduce some of the red from the clip. You can also go down to these options for hue and saturation. Grab these really vibrant red things and just desaturate them so they don't look that vibrant. Then another one for Luma. Then another one for Luma and saturation. Just to make these guys not as vivid as they are right now. Add another one for this yellow color we have, so it doesn't have that yellow tint that it did before. I'm going to repeat the same glow effect onto this video. Just duplicate your clip. Add Gaussian blur. 20. Then change the blending mode to lighten. Reduce that to 15. And now we get this nice glow for our subject. So those were 3 examples on how we can use color match and the additional Lumetri color sliders to make our videos look like the TV show Euphoria. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and I will see you guys in the next one.